Hey everybody, I'm Jason Z. This is the JetSet Web. This is the show where I spend my time scouring the web, looking for things that are new and cool and interesting. Find out what's going on in social media, social networking, Web 2.0. I bring it to you so you don't have to. So you don't have to spend time scouring the web. So you don't have to spend time trying to find the tech blogs, trying to know where to look. I'll bring you little snippets of what's going on the web in each episode. If you're not the most tech-savvy person, don't worry, because I'm going to try to keep it simple for you. And if you are familiar with, social media and Web 2.0, hopefully I'll have some things that will keep you interested and keep you up on what's new. So that being said, today I'm going to talk about some things that are going on with Twitter. If you don't know about Twitter and you're a total Twitter noob, don't worry. Twitter basically, and you go to twitter.com, what it does, it gives you the ability to basically have your own little mini blog. You get 140 characters or, 2-3 sentences basically, where you can say what you're doing right now. Where if I were Twittering, I would say, I'm recording the first episode of the JetSet Web. And I would Twitter that out to the world and people could read what I'm doing right now. And you can also then comment back to people, and you can almost have an instant messaging type thing going where you're responding back and forth to people. So the first tool that I'm going to talk about today is for the Twitter newbies, for the people just getting started with Twitter. You just got going on it and you haven't figured out any of the different tools that are out there. Here's the one you should get. It's called Twirl. And you can go to twirl.org, twhirl.org. And basically what Twirl does is that it gives you an interface on your computer to run Twitter without having a web browser open. So I don't need to have a web browser open. I don't need to refresh to see what's going on. It does it automatically for me. And, I can sort of keep track of my whole Twitter conversations on my desktop. And it's got some other nice features like automatically allowing you to shorten up links that you put in. You can post pictures to TwitPic. And if you aren't familiar with TwitPic, go to twitpic.com to sign up. So as you can see here, Twirl gives you a lot of the functionality of Twitter and then some right on your desktop without having a web browser open. Very cool. If you're new to Twitter, go download Twirl. You're going to need to download Adobe Air to run it, but it's a very small download. They're both really small downloads. You're not going to notice it running on your computer. It's not going to slow you down. Definitely recommend it. Now, say you've been using Twitter, you've got your followers, you are following a bunch of other people, and you want to know, how am I doing on Twitter? How do I stack up in the popularity contest of the world to everyone else? Well, here's a site called Grader. It's twitter.grader.com, and you can enter a username, and I can enter my username into Twitter Grader, and I can get graded and see how I'm doing. So here I am, and I have a grade of 76. So I guess that's not bad. It's out of 100, so it's a C. It's almost up to a B average, right? And it shows your overall Twitter rank. It shows your followers, how many you're following, how many updates you've done, your profile. You can scroll down here and you can see some suggested people to follow. It kind of looks at your profile and tries to match you up with people that you might be interested in following if you want to add to your Twitter following. Now you can also click on the Elite tab here, this Twitter Elite tab, and it'll show you basically who are the big power users of Twitter, who has the biggest reach to the biggest audience and the most followers and the most influence in the Twitter world. So if you are like thinking, I want to follow, the big Twitter people, I want to get in with the top-notch Twitterers, here's a quick reference to give you their rating on the top 100 Twitterers. All right, so what exactly does your Twitter grade mean? I personally don't think it means a lot. I think it's fun. It's really cool to measure yourself versus your friends versus the top Twitterers, kind of see where you stack up in the popularity contest. But don't get too stressed out if your Twitter rating is a 45 and you're like, oh my God, I'm only a 45. So-and-so is an 80, so-and-so is 100, I suck. Don't worry about it. It's fun. It's entertainment, okay? Now, along the lines of Twitter Grader, here's another site you might want to check out if you're into the popularity contest aspect and the measuring of your Twitter popularity and your Twitter greatness versus others. Here's another site to check out. This site is called Twinfluence. And as you can see, I've got myself typed into Twinfluence here, and I have an 80% rank, number 1874. And Twinfluence has got you measuring on all kinds of different things: velocity, social capital, centralization, who has the most reach, most velocity, most social capital. Playing around with Twinfluence versus Twitter Grader, what I've seen is that Twinfluence basically is a lot more technical with the way that they come up with all these different things like reach, velocity, social capital, whatever. And, basically your reach shows you here, all of your followers plus your followers to see how many people you can reach, and your velocity, how fast your following is growing, and your social capital shows you, how influential are your followers. Do your followers have a lot of followers? And now one place that I see Twinfluence being a little broken to me, if you look at this social capital here, and we've got this person who's number one with this huge ranking on social capital. I just checked out their profile, and the person has one follower, and it's Barack Obama. And if you know about Twitter, you know that Barack Obama basically follows everyone back by default. So this person has no tweets and no followers other than Barack Obama, but they're ranked number one in social capital because the one person following them, has the most followers. So that's a little bit broken. But overall, these are two sites, Twinfluence and Twitter Grader, that if you, want to measure your popularity and be really involved in the popularity contest aspect of Twitter, check out these sites. Next, this is a site called TweetBeep. And what TweetBeep does is that it gives you alerts on different keywords that people are talking about. So say you want to see who's twittering about Google because you are the owner of Google, the CEO of Google, whatever. You type Google into your keyword here. You save this alert. TweetBeep will scan Twitter and alert you to all the times that, someone mentioned Google because you want to know about Google. It's a handy little tool if you're promoting a brand, a product, a company on Twitter, and you want to know what people have to say about you. Then this can come in handy. I mean, this isn't anything you can't get just from going to search.twitter.com and doing a search yourself manually. But what it does do is that it saves you time and energy from having to go out yourself and, manually run these searches. It just searches for you, and then it sends them to you. So that's TweetBeep. Now, let's move on to something a little more fun and a little more funny. This site's called cursebird.com, and basically what it does is it gives you real-time updates to every time somebody curses on Twitter. So if you're just want to see what's causing people to start swearing right now, you go to Cursebird and you see people swearing. All right, so as you can see, Cursebird is not going to give you anything productive or increase productivity or be particularly useful other than it's fun and it's kind of funny to see what people are swearing about. So anyway, that does it for this episode. If you want to Twitter me, you can find me online on Twitter at Jason_Z. And also, if you want some more JetSet in your life, go to my website, thejetsetcast.com. I've got all kinds of links on where you can find me, the audio podcast, this video cast, links to whatever, subscribe to the RSS feeds, join the community, and be a part of the JetSet world and the JetSet web. So until next time, I'll see you later.